Imagine you're a police officer working on a serious murder case, and the killer keeps sending you letters, teasing you and daring you to solve a puzzle. A puzzle so complex it takes over 50 years to crack. This is the story of the Zodiac Killer's 340-character Cipher, a mystery that would haunt the world for decades. In the late 1960s, a mysterious killer, known only as the Zodiac, terrorized Northern California. Though he confessed to 37 killings, sending cryptic letters and ciphers to newspapers, but only 5 have been identified between 1968 and 1969. However, it wasn't just the victims that made the Zodiac notorious. It was his cryptic messages that began to flow after each crime, challenging police, mocking the media, and taunting everyone with the riddles of his mind. In 1969, the Zodiac sent one of his most infamous letters, the Zodiac 340 Cipher. A puzzle so complex, even the best minds in cryptography were left scratching their heads. The cipher, with 340 characters arranged in a grid, seemed impossible to solve. But what was the Zodiac trying to say? Was it a clue to his identity, or a message mocking the authorities? Thousands of hours were spent attempting to decode it, but for every breakthrough, there were even more dead ends. As the years went on, the Zodiac Killer's crimes faded from public attention, but the cipher remained. Then, in 2020, a breakthrough.
The FBI confirmed that this
team of international codebreakers have
solved a decades-old
coded message sent by the so-called Zodiac Killer.
Zodiac serial killer.
Zodiac Killer.
the Zodiac Killer.
I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the TV show, which brings up a point about me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner, because I now have enough slaves to work for me where everyone else has nothing when they reach paradise, so they are afraid of death. I am not afraid because I know that my new life will be an easy one in paradise death. It wasn't just code, it was a dare, a taunt. The Zodiac had been mocking the world, daring authority to find him. He also thinks this evil work will help him to reach paradise. But the question remained, did solving this cipher lead us any closer to uncovering his identity? Solving the Zodiac 340 cipher was a huge success, but the true identity of the Zodiac Killer still unknown. In the meantime, some people survived the Zodiac's brutal attacks. Each lived to tell their terrifying story and gave the world a glimpse into the mind of a killer.
But he told me at that time that he had killed a guard getting out of a prison, and so I did take him as a killer. To me, a killer isn't a normal person, so I assumed at the time that something was wrong, but as far as a psychopath or any...
The Zodiac Killer's mystery may never be solved, but one thing is certain, his cipher, his taunts, and his killings will continue to haunt the world. What do you think happened? Leave your theories in the comments below, and if you want to know how the Zodiac killed his victims and vanished like a ghost, or how 2 police officers had the Zodiac Killer right in front of them and still couldn't catch him, that also he mentioned in his letter, then stay with us for the next part.